are starting with Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers.
Yes, sir.
All right?
Yes, sir.
Straight up. So, what you think about the album, man? First things first.
Great album for sure. You already know how I feel. Like, great album. I love the second half more than the first half. I feel like the first half is more like, I don't want to say it was like commercial, but I feel like it was more like, radio type vibe. Like, this could be a radio hit type. Die Hard, Rich Spirit.
Yeah, all the singles.
I feel like those would be the radio type vibes up there. And N95, crazy. I still like that. Gave me hype. I'll be at the gym getting hype, when I hear that. But the second half, he's spitting. Like, my favorite songs, we're gonna get to it right there. My favorite song on the album is Count Me Out and Mirror. Like, those are my two favorite songs right now. Those, it's just like a vibe, and I really like him relating to it, like, I don't know. And the worst song is on the second half to me, but I feel like the worst song is Crown, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't think there's a worse song, but if I had to say, I feel like it's Crown.
For what that song is saying, Crown, heavy is the head that wears the crown, is basically that's basically, it explains to you what his cover is. Because if you look at the cover of the song, he's wearing a crown, taking care of his family, he got the pistol in his back pocket, they living where they living at, and it's basically saying the man with the crown gotta handle everything that comes at him. I can't please everybody.
I probably gotta get more listens.
I wasn't even gonna get into that song right now, but you made me think about it.
You gotta start it right there. He
got one line in the song that really sticks with me, where he says, "I can't please everybody. I can't even please myself." He said, "What did he say after that? Can't even please myself." Damn, hold on. I'm gonna get the exact lyrics. I know, because I really, really love this lyric, bro.
I can get into like the thing that I love about the album. The lyric that just resonates with me. You were just talking about it when he said fuck cancel culture,
yes.
Say what I want.
Yes.
I'm forgetting the whole lyric. Say it again. I don't know why I'm forgetting the lyric, but basically,
what the fuck is cancel culture, dog?
Say what I want
to these niggas like I'm Oprah, y'all.
Okay, there you go. Yeah, I'm tripping. But
okay, I found the lyric. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just feel like, in a couple of songs he's been not attacking cancel culture, but it feels like he's been challenging them, and he's not afraid.
He's definitely attacking
it. He's definitely challenging everything, and I like how he's pushing. Like, we don't even like we're at a point where everybody's scared to say what they feel and be honest with stuff and all that, and he's saying like freedom of speech is low-key dying, and I agree with that.
Who did you compare him to?
I compared him to Elon Musk because Elon Musk.
Nah, man, the other name you said. Who did you compare him to?
Who did I wait? Wait, you talking about the sound?
No, I'm talking about with the way he attacks his art. With
Dave Chappelle. I'm tripping. I don't know why I'm tripping. He's
the rap Chappelle.
The rap Dave Chappelle. There you go. I'm like, I did compare him to Elon Musk too, because they both were pushing freedom of speech. But Dave Chappelle,
that's fair.
Dave Chappelle doesn't give a fuck what anybody is thinking. Thinks about what he says or whatever. Like, fuck what you saying. My art is my art. I feel how I feel. Like, you trying to make me censored or speak a certain way or whatever. I just think that's disgenuine, and the world would be a lot better if people were just honest. Like, I'd rather you be honest with me about how you feel, opposed to just putting up a front and lying in my face about how you feel. Like,
So on the surface, what do you think the album is about? What do you think he's trying to say with his album? Every album he has, it has a specific message. What do you think this message is?
I feel like
what does it mean to you?
I haven't fully depicted, like, to really know that. I don't really know, but the freedom of speech and the cancel culture and stuff like that was a big emphasis from what I'm seeing right now.
So basically you believe that his angle is expression. That's, just freedom and expression.
Like, your art's your art, Like,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So I'm curious to hear what you have, what you think the album's about.
So the lyric I was thinking about was on Crown. He said, "I can't please everybody. I can't even please myself. I thought a new car would help. I went and bought a brand new car." No, he said, "I'm sorry. I thought a new car would help, but when the new car got old, I went and bought something else." And basically, that lyric right there, in many ways, is what I think the album is about: cycles and trying to break cycles. Because if we really look at this album, I wrote down something about the cycle that really stood out the most. All right, track 5 was Father Time. I mean,
Father Time. I think it was track 4. No.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
So
track 5. Track 5.
Okay, check out this cycle. And I just figured this out today. I just listened to it because I knew he was about to go on the show and talk about it. And I'm like, what does this album mean? I listened to it 3 days in a row, and I'm like, what does he mean? You know? And I really think cycles and breaking cycles is what he's talking about. Because if you look at Father Time, that is in the way, like, I feel like this 4-song stanza I'm about to talk about, I believe is the heart of this album.
Wait,
right? So Father Time, he talks to, I think I'm about to talk about a specific 4-song period in the album, which I think is the heart of this album. Okay, so Father Time starts off and he's talking about the toxic relationships between black men and their fathers that has always existed. You know, be a man, don't cry,
make it, have emotion and stuff.
Yeah, don't be emotional, suck it up, deal with it. Oh man, like, not really giving you compliments, not telling you I believe in you, or just absolutely not being there at all, just being manipulative, being like all type of stuff he's talking about, right?
Yep.
But the next 3 songs is the result, in my opinion, based on how I see this album. The next 3 songs is the result of having those daddy issues, those mother issues. Because if you have issues with your parents as kids, what do you have when you grow up?
That's crazy. I didn't even think about that.
Follow me. The next song after that is the rich interlude. But Kodak, what is Kodak talking about in that rich interlude? Just making bad decisions because he's just trying to get accepted. That's what it's about. When you never feel that love from home, you just want to be accepted. And then when you get to Rich Spirit is about a lot of things. But one thing that I noticed about Rich Spirit is, in that moment, it's kind of like, I'm flexing on you. I don't need you. And I feel like when you have that toxic love in your life growing up, it's kind of like you just ready to prove, exactly. I don't need that shit. I ain't fucking with you. I'm fasting. And then he had one line in that song that really stood out to me, because Rich Spirit is one of my 3 favorite songs. My favorite line in that song is, "I pray to God you actually pray when somebody dies. Thoughts and prayers are way better off timelines." Come on, my G. Like, damn. Because when people die, everybody's like, "Oh, I'm sending prayers your way." But are you actually praying? No. You're not. You're not sending no well wishes. You're just saying shit just to be seen, right? But even then, that song right there isn't the deepest as far as where I'm going with it. But it shows a trend of, okay, this is a little bit of toxic energy. This is a real masculine energy of fuck everybody, fuck what y'all saying, fuck what y'all thinking. I'm the rich nigga. Like, this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I feed off without you. And then you go to We Cry Together, which is the song after that. That song right there is one of the greatest written pieces I've ever heard.
I really love
just because of how real it is.
Yeah, I really love it because he got an actress. So,
like shout out to Taylor Page, because like I'm a huge fan of Taylor Page. Like I've seen all of her recent movies, from Ma Rainey's Black Bottom to Zola to Boogie. Like, I'm a fan of Taylor Page. Taylor Page is a beast. So when I saw her name on the track list, I was like, what the hell is she doing? But the way she delivered the flows, the way you heard the emotion in her voice, man, look, she said, you're the reason R. Kelly couldn't see he was abusive. Woo! Why? Why is it that Kendrick in this song has this toxic energy of just being hateful towards women? It goes all the way down to Mother Eye. Yeah. It goes back to Father Time, and then also fast forward to Mother Eye Sober. He watched his mom get abused, so now he's the abusive man in the scenario.
Product of your environment.
And the last thing that he said in that song, the last word, this is what I told you I was going to say for the show. The last thing they said in that song, stop tap dancing around the conversation. What conversation is that? That conversation is the fact that they have cycles. They fight, they do, you know what? They make up, they fight, they do it again, they break up. That song is the epitome of what Baby Boy was and what they were showing us. It's about what relationships are. Then what happens? You have a baby, you bring the baby into that situation, and what does he see? His father being abusive. Father time, we cry together. Father time, we cry. It is a cycle.
That's deep.
We cry together represents war. And what happens when you get wounded in war? What do you get?
Yeah.
What medal do you get? You get a purple. You get a purple heart. You get a purple heart. After you get wounded in war, you get a purple heart. And what song is After We Cry Together? Purple Hearts.
That's crazy,
bro. This man is a fucking genius, bro. Like,
that's deep.
So that section of the album, obviously, I think there's like 5 different sections of the albums that tie in like that, the 3 song stanzas. Mm-hmm. But my point is that the entire album is literally about, until we break these cycles, we are not going to break these curses. Mm-hmm. And that's why the album ends with... Go ahead, I'm sorry.
So do you think like toward the end, it's starting to get to like acceptance?
Yes.
You know? Okay.
Yes. Okay. Yes. And I can go on and on about how every Kendrick album had an agenda, and at the end he accomplished it. I believe he accomplished his agenda here because he went from the cycles to trying to maneuver through the cycles. By the time he gets to Mother I Sober, it's kind of like an apology, like we gotta break this fucking cycle. And then he gets to Mirrors, and Mirrors like, I choose me. I can't live like this anymore, bro. So
that's deep.
My favorite songs on the album, N95 is my absolute favorite song on this album. Yeah. I had time to think about it. It is my absolute favorite song on this album.
That song is great.
And that song has my favorite bar in the entire album is on that song. And it's not even because it's the most creative thing in the world. It's because how truthful it is. He says, first of all, he says, who the fuck they talking about? Talking about us. Who the fuck they copy off us? Who you think he talking about? He's talking about how basically we putting on all these brands, we putting on all these designers, we wearing the bags, we all on the internet, our women wearing the lashes, and they trying to be like us. So let's take all that shit off, so we can see who's original.
Yeah.
We can see who's original. Take all that shit off. The world is outside the internet. Go live a real life, right? But my favorite part of this song, he says, the prophets abandon, the law take advantage, the markets is crashing, the industry wants niggas and bitches to sleep in the box while they're making a mockery following us. So the way I see it is 2 meanings. One, a box. They want us to live in a box where we just literally be in the performance box so they can watch and steal from us. That's what they want. Because they making a mockery following us. Okay. That's what it is, then, right? They want us to...
And us is black people, right?
Okay. And check this out. What's the other box? It is a death box, a fucking casket.
Oh, wow.
Because check this out. It says they want us to sleep in the box while they're making a mockery following us, right?
Yeah.
That because the market is crashing. That's what the industry wants. The prophets abandon and the law take advantage. The prophets that's abandoned is our heroes dying and the law taking advantage. That's them. Look, Kobe Bryant passed away, right? What happened after he died? Nike made a fucking fortune.
Yep.
That's what he's talking about. These brands, they don't care. They care about our talent, and they want us to die after they used up our talent, so they can make more off of us. That's what that's about, bro. Look at this. He says that line about the industry wanting us to fade. What happened the next day after the album came out? Keed passed away. Lil Keed passed away.
That was crazy.
I ain't never seen nobody post about Lil Keed. Now the whole world is talking about him.
Exactly.
Ring a bell? So I'm just saying, bro. Rapper. Exactly. So it's just so many messages in this album. My overall opinion of the album, I think from a writer perspective, it might be his best album. And I think from a production standpoint, I think the instrumentals might be the worst.
You think so?
Just because
Okay.
If you get a chance to
Nah.
go through the other albums,
I get what you're saying. You're talking about the actual instruments.
yeah, it was just so much more happening. Like,
Yeah.
there's good production on this album,
Mm-hmm.
good production. The other albums I think had amazing production. There's moments in this album that has amazing production, but I think Kendrick and his words carried this album more than anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
My other two favorite songs, Savior and Rich Spirit. Savior, that beat knocks. That beat knocks.
Sure.
And I love the message that he's sending about how you can't rely on these celebrities to stand for you. You can't rely on these celebrities to be your heroes. You got a higher power you answer to. Because at the end of the day, we just talent. You know, you got a lot of people you look at, like for instance, Antonio Brown is a super talent, but then he gonna go on a interview and say racism doesn't exist. That's why you can't follow them. You can't follow celebrities because they still human.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, man. And my least favorite song. You might disagree with me, but I don't like how Worldwide Steppers sound.
I like Worldwide Steppers.
I love what he's talking about. Yeah. I love the lyrics.
Okay, so you're talking about the production.
I don't like the way it sounds. Okay. I don't like the way he's rapping.
I like the song for his lyrics. So
I love the lyrics. The writing about writer's block and confessing to cheating on his wife, and how he said he was so messed up that his cover up for cheating on his wife with white women was him trying to get revenge for our ancestors. Like, bro, you know how sick you gotta be to say that to your wife,
that is
bro?
So toxic, bro.
That's what I found out. I found out Kendrick is a toxic man.
For sure. No,
that's what I found out with his album.
Hey, this, like, I really realized I'll be forgetting he's from LA, and I'm just like, bruh, like, you really.
This was such a personal album, bro.
Yeah. So
it was so relatable.
So everything you said, like, I really do feel like it's about, realizing you're in a cycle, and then it's acceptance as far as that, and it's also other deeper lines to it and stuff like that.
Figure out how to break the cycle.
Yeah, exactly, breaking the cycle. And
if what do you think the singles are going to be? I mean, obviously N95 is the first single.
Like N95, Die Hard, Die Hard for LA Radio, Rich Spirit. And then if We Cry Together wasn't so much cussing, I feel like
we Cry Together can't be no damn single.
Nah, exactly. But
it can't be no single.
But
shout out to Taylor, man.
Maybe Silent Hill. Maybe Silent Hill too.
Ooh, bro. The best knocking beat is Silent Hill. That beat, when that shit hits, boom.
I like N95 beat. I don't know.
I like N95 too. I like what Kendrick did with N95 better than what he did with
how he switched
Silent
up
Hill.
His sound.
Because N95 hit me the way DNA hit me. When I first heard DNA, it was like, what is that? The same way Man Down, Where You From, nigga? Like, it hit me the same exact way. It was just amazing altogether, man. This is also what helped me figure out what the album was about. In the very first intro, the high voice, the sample, it said, I hope you find peace in your lifetime. I've been going through something.
That's crazy.
11,500 with 80 days. I've been going through something. Woo!
Hey, now
it's cold-blooded.
See, now I'm about to like really listen to this album.
Listen to it again, bro.
I'm about to listen to this in a different lens. Like, bro, I
had a chance to listen. I really just sat with that album and I listened to and I tried to break down every lyric I could. I'm like on Savior, when he calls out, like, he called out Christians for being hypocrites. I don't know if you caught that. Also, for those who are watching, Kendrick Lamar is not a Christian. I don't know if anybody knows that. Kendrick Lamar is an Israelite.
Oh.
He converted from Christianity years ago.
That's dope.
Kendrick Lamar is an Israelite. He said on Damn, I'm an Israelite, don't call me black no more. That word is only a color, it ain't fact no more. He said, Deuteronomy said we've all been cursed. I know he walks the earth. He's an Israelite. But anyway, he called out Christians for their views on the vaccine. He said the Christians. Yeah. He said, damn, where is it? Did I have it on here?
Are you asking which song that was on? Wasn't that?
That's Savior.
Yeah, there you go.
He said Christians say the vaccine market a beast. So they caught COVID and to Pfizer for relief. Oh my god!
Yeah, he's different.
And then he said, "Y'all really want peace? Y'all protest one." And he said, "This protest one for y'all. It's 365 for me. Like y'all go out here, y'all be activists for one day, but I'm out here every single day, really putting in work, and y'all not even seeing it. Fuck being on social media, being an activist, bro. Really go do something." Cause Vladimir, you know who Vladimir is? Yeah. He mentioned Vladimir. He said Vladimir is putting shit together. He said y'all better be ready. Come on, Savior. That second verse in Savior might be the best verse you'll hear all year, just because of how deep and how he was really informing niggas. That was a Jay-Z level verse, 100%. I love this album. I love it.
Where do you rank it as far as all his albums?
That's tough because they all rank differently for different reasons. Like, I think To Pimp a Butterfly is the perfect rap album. I think that's his greatest album. I think Good Kid, Mad City was the most relatable to my personal life, as where I was at that moment. I think Damn was his best commercial album, which it sold the most, so it was. Mm-hmm. But this one is the best as far as vulnerability and his writing, and he has so many flows on it. Like, no songs sound the same. I love the features he included. I love the stories he's telling, and I love that he really stepped up as the voice of reason for this generation. That's basically what he did. So for some reasons this is the best, for some reasons it's the worst. I don't like the production on it. I think it's good production, but it's B compared to the other ones I think were A pluses. So I don't know.
That's dope.
I think it's better lyrically than Damn, I think.
Yeah.
I think lyrically it's better than Damn, but production wise Damn is better. So it's tough, man.
Yeah.
What about you? Where do you put it?
Like you said, like they're all like, let's just imagine it. It's like your 4 kids. You love them each for their own reason. You know.
Okay.